I recently got hands-on experience playing Crimson Desert at this year's PAX East event, and let me tell you, I was not disappointed. And if you haven't heard of Crimson Desert yet, then this game is something you definitely need to keep on your radar. For those who don't know, Crimson Desert is an upcoming open-world action-adventure game developed by Pearl Abyss, which is the same company that developed the better-known MMORPG Black Desert Online. But what's different about this game is that it's a single-player story-driven game as opposed to the MMO experience that we get from Black Desert. And something that is worth noting is that this game is entirely created in their in-house game engine known as the Black Space Engine. This game is absolutely stunning as it can allow for some of the most breathtaking environments. Something that I found to be really cool with this engine is how your every step, hop, roll, or even slash can change your immediate surroundings. An example of this is during my fight with one of the bosses known as the Reed Devil. You can see the grass being cut away, leaving a bit of an open area as to where we just fought. This layer of detail really adds to the immersion of these fights, which I really appreciated. And something that really impressed me during these boss fights is just how many different mechanics there are which can create endless possibilities. For example, during my fight with the boss Staglord, I found that if I dodged a lot of his larger swings, I could then counter with an energy force palm, which would push him back, creating an opening where I could then dish out a ton of damage. This worked exceptionally well since due to his large stature, I was unable to pick him up and toss him around like I could with the earlier mentioned Reed Devil boss. In another fight, I could grapple swing on top of a ginormous stone crab, I could mount myself on the back of a ferocious yeti, or I could even position my sword in a way where I could blind my enemy, causing them to be stunned for a brief moment. It really seems like the developers were able to take inspiration from every action combat game and create their own style, and let me tell you, it feels amazing. I mean, just look at my reaction when being shown a basic sword ability on a simple test dummy. Now, getting into our demo, I was immediately told to not treat this like a Souls game, which was refreshing to hear as I prefer faster paced combat. The complexity of this game was pretty obvious the more I played, as there's real weight and strategy behind every move. As someone who isn't the best at fighting games, I felt the system was very approachable for a new player like myself, but also offers tons of depth for those who are more experienced. I really do appreciate how creative you can become with certain combos and abilities. Even though the demo only featured a mid-game build, I was able to take advantage of some of those longer ranged abilities by utilizing the bow. As you can see, you can use the earlier mentioned force palm to vault yourself into the air, creating endless possibilities. Knowing this was only a demo, I can't even imagine how much more players will uncover once the game is fully released. But in conclusion, I was very happy with how the game felt overall. And due to the limited time that I had, I was only able to beat the first two bosses in this demo, but only after dying a handful of times, along with receiving a bunch of help. I'm definitely excited to see more of this game, as it's clear it's shaping up to be something special. We should be hearing more from Crimson Desert this upcoming weekend at the 2025 Summer Games Festival, as they are one of the listed partners. I'm hoping we can receive an official release date at this event, since it's been over 5 years since we've seen the first official trailer. I'm unsure if they are going to showcase a new cinematic trailer with gameplay footage, or just an extension of the demo that I was able to play. Regardless, if you're just as excited for Crimson Desert as I am, feel free to let me know your thoughts in the comments down below. And consider subscribing for more Crimson Desert content, as I plan to cover more about this upcoming title from Pearl Abyss in the near future. But thanks for watching, and I'll catch you in the next one.